Alrighty, y'all, so welcome back to another video. Hope everything is going well in your neck of the woods. So I'm looking for, if I can get that adjusted, there it is. So I'm looking for this hoodie. It's in right here on top. Oh, that's not it. Next one. So it's a number 55 right here, and it's basically, well, not basically, it's a brand I never heard of prior, but the brand is called Elwood. It's sort of like a longer hoodie for women. It may even be like a Western style hoodie, but when I picked it up, I had no prior knowledge of it. It was in front of me. It looked fairly durable at the bins when I was here that day. This was a longer hold though. I probably had this for somewhere around 5 or 6 months, and it sold this morning for 28 plus shipping, and it's a little bit heavier, so it probably costs like right around somewhere between $2 to $3. All right, so it's Thursday, and this is routinely my first day home from Nashville since I was there Tuesday, Wednesday, and so it's always a good opportunity to kind of get back in here and get plugged in for the remainder of the week. And I'm looking for down here at the bottom, and the space is still a little tight because these bins are kind of still in the way. Hopefully I can get this cleared out here within the next few weeks. But this is 1766. I just listed these, I want to say yesterday, because I found these my very first day in Nashville. They're just basically Patagonia baggies, pretty common. I think they're the 5-inch inseam. They probably cost 50 cents, and they sold 24 hours for what, 17 plus shipping. Alright, so looking for, got it, 122. This is a standard Nike Legend t-shirt. Silver lining here is this is new with tags. If it wasn't new with tags, I still pick these up. I know a lot of people don't because they don't think the margin's worth it, because usually these sell for 7, 8, maybe $9 plus shipping. But this one's brand new, so I got a few bucks more. I think this one sold for 12 plus shipping. Something like this from the Goodwill bins probably costs 25 cents. All right, so this next situation is a any, mini, miny, mo deal. So I'm looking for a jersey, and so all the items you see in these bags down here, they used to be in my wardrobe box that was against the back wall where I've set up all those shelves and boxes. So I pulled these out, put them in bags, and all of these items are going to go inside of the system that's against the wall. But the problem is I haven't made it over this far enough. So when jerseys sell, I don't have the bags or anything numbered, so I have to kind of take a guess of which bag the item is in. I'm looking for a Kentucky youth hoodie. I think it's a 3T or a 4T, and it's football. Oh yeah, the football season's coming up at the end of the month, so I'm starting to sell a ton of football stuff, a ton of like Tennessee sweatshirts. I've had a few jerseys that I've sold. Actually getting ready to get a new flag out front. My Oregon flag got ruined. I kept it up all winter, and just with the ice storm, all of the rain just kind of tore it apart. So FYI, heading into this winter. But I'm going to pull it out of one of these bags, and then I'll kind of show you what bag it came out of, and then maybe how long it took. So I got lucky. It was actually in this very first bag, probably about the middle of it, and probably took like 1 minute. But you don't ever want to run a system or a business that depends on luck, because it could have been in the third bag at the bottom, and then that would have been a waste of another 5 minutes. But anyway, like I was telling you, this is just a Kentucky youth football jersey, and it's not even branded. It doesn't necessarily have to be Nike, Adidas, or even Fanatics, some of the typical brands that jerseys come on. This one right here is just basically Team Athletics. Once football season comes, most fans don't care. I mean, I'm a huge Oregon fan, and if I had like a jersey, I could really care what the brand is. And so you have to kind of think like a consumer in a lot of situations to make money on something like this. I got 13 plus shipping, and again, something like this probably only costs about 25 cents from the outlet. All right, so this next item was a really good find, where it was a multiple find from the bins, probably about March, April, May, June, July. It's probably like 4 or 5 months ago. And so when I found these on this particular day, I didn't really talk about it. I didn't mention it in the video, and I just been kind of selling them as they come about. I think this is like my third one that I've sold. So they're basically these corsets right here, and as you can see, I got quite a bit of them. Here is, they're all in these black bags. There's 3, 4, 5. There may be one more, or yeah, well, no, a couple more. Hang on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's still 7 of these left, and I think on this particular day I found, I want to say maybe 9 or 10 of them. I can't remember exactly, but they're these corsets from the movie Wuthering Heights from Warner Brothers. I think that movie dropped on Valentine's Day of this year, and so on the last rotation on this particular day, like 4 or 5 months ago, there was all of these in the bins, and nobody really touched them, and I wasn't really going to grab them. I was really tired. I was ready to go home basically, and I figured I'd just kind of look one of them up and then probably end up just throwing it back because I figured it was nothing. So I took just one of them back to my cart. I looked it up and I was almost blown away by the sold comps. At the time, this was probably about a month after the movie had dropped. These were selling for somewhere between 150 to 200 bucks. The value has dropped quite a bit as the hype from the movie, I guess, has decreased. And so I ran back to the bin, and there was still all of them left in there. And so I grabbed every single one of them and put them back to my cart, and that ended up being the best find that I found all day long. The first couple that I sold for, I want to say, like somewhere between 130 to 150. This one here sold for less than that because I've since put a lot of these on sale because I've had them now, like I said, for like 4 or 5 months. So I'm trying to move them. I'm looking for, so the sizes I had was, there were smalls and then there were mediums. So I think this is the last medium I have. You can see on the bag right here. So this one sold to somebody up on the West Coast, in the Pacific Northwest, up in Washington, and it sold for 90 plus shipping. And most of these, they kind of feel about the same weight of just a basic hoodie or sweatshirt. So I'm guessing probably $250 on the buy cost. And man, this was a really good find because I still got, what, 6 more now. And so you can expect somewhere between 90 to probably 130 bucks. In this system, once I can kind of finally get everything set up like the back wall, it'll be easier for me just to even get consistent content out, because especially if I'm just showing you guys stuff that's selling, it's way easier just to kind of stand back here, find the things, and then just kind of let you guys know some of the details about the item versus the workout, man. It takes a pulling stuff out of this. It's just, yeah, man, it's been a process. Anyway, I'm looking for 1531. It's just like maybe, yeah, just maybe like a basic Jordan jersey. It's in the Chicago colorway, the red and black. I found 2 of these on the same day in the same bin. There was a retro color, I think like it was blue and red. I hadn't really seen that color before. That one sold almost instantly. The standard black and red, this one's kind of lingered for a while. I wanted to wear it at least one time before the summer was over because it is my size. Definitely don't want to keep it because red's not my color. I don't even have a lot of things that can go with this, maybe besides maybe some Panda Dunks. But anyway, it's cost probably 50 cents and it sold for 35 plus shipping. Looking for 1183 right here. This is an Arc'teryx. It's a basic crew neck t-shirt, I believe. I found this one probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it's a pretty quick sale, a pretty cheap sale, 50 cents on the buy cost, and I got 21 plus shipping out of it. So you're probably not going to have a lot of competition for an item like this. This is a Peter Millar golf polo. The brand itself is fairly decent, but this one has a custom embroidery on it. So a lot of people, as I've mentioned in countless videos, they'll look at the embroidery and then just, if you're at a place like the bins, usually it'll get tossed right back because embroideries to most people mean no value. Just kind of pull it out to show you. So you can come in and make a fairly decent money on something like this. So here's the polo. If this didn't have the embroidery, obviously most people are going to pick it up. But since it has this patch right here on the front of it, it's usually a throwback for most people. And again, just have to do the research to know if that patch is selling. And it's just a quick eBay search. You can just type that in and it'll just kind of, then you can just go to the soles, and it'll show you if there's any movement under that, whatever the name of that patch is. In this case, it was 50 cents from the bins, and this sold pretty quick, under a month, for 18 plus shipping. So I found a couple hundred items this week at the bins between Tuesday and Wednesday, and I was just kind of looking at some of my tubs on the ground, and I figured I'd kind of point out a couple of notable things that I found. So this was a Cincinnati Reds baseball jersey, and I was mentioning a few videos back how I go to Trader Joe's on Wednesday, so I found this one yesterday. And when I came back from the bin, or from Trader Joe's rather, I missed the 1 o'clock rotation, and so I went back through that one as I was kind of waiting for them to do the next one. And the Cincinnati Reds jersey was buried in one of the corners of the bin, so that was a pretty decent find on something where I'm guessing a lot of people went through it, and for whatever reason that one wasn't picked up. This one wasn't picked up. And so this one right here, I found this one early in the morning, I want to say the first day, on Tuesday. So this one is a Kelsey ballerina. I'm guessing this is her, I don't really know her music. I'm guessing this is a tour or her album or something. Pattern, basically. But anyway, this one was in front of me. I've sold quite a bit of just music stuff. If I see like a Carrie Underwood hoodie or just like a t-shirt that kind of looks catchy, I'll pick it up, and usually a lot of those don't move for a whole lot of money because it's not like the super old stuff. But I still pick them up. And in this situation right here, I knew I was going to pick it up. I didn't know how much it was going to go for, though. And so I did the research and found out this one ended up being one of my better finds that day. This one's $60 all day long, and not a whole lot of these hoodies even listed. All right, so I got another Publix polo. These have been pure money ever since I've kind of stumbled across them. It's at $12.97. I showed you guys a few videos back where I sold like 3 in the same day. Those were all 2XL men. This is a women's small, and same result though. 50 cents from the bins, and this one sold for 13 plus shipping. I think the shipping's like $8. So again, a 50-cent investment all day long, probably very little competition, and basically a $20 sale. Alrighty, y'all, so I gotta run. It's a pretty busy day ahead. Just got a lot of stuff going on. Figured I'd kind of bring you guys along for just maybe some insight on some things that I found this week at the bins. Some items that's currently selling during this summer. This is basically the last month of summer, so if the sales are a little bit slower for you, hopefully they'll start picking up towards maybe the middle to the end of this month. We should be rocking and rolling come September. But anyway, if you got anything out of this video, like it, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll catch y'all right back here on the next video. Succeed.
This might be all that I know. Think it's okay. I've got a long way to grow. At my own pace. Go the long way. No one taught me how to walk, but I figured it out fine.